sure to check out Agelessgeeks for your figures and collectibles. This video and YouTube channel is rated PG-13, so that means this channel is not for anyone under the age of 13. So what is going on, my fellow collectors? How is everybody doing today? Daredevil19 here, and today we're going to be taking a look at the MAFEX Medicom toy Aquaman movie, Black Manta. So let's get into it right away and take a quick look at the box. So as all of you can see out there, we do get the same style box here that we did get with the movie Aquaman figure. So we do get the one right there in the front of the box. On the left side says MAFEX number 111 action figure. We do get a cool image of the Black Manta figure. On the bottom says Aquaman, Black Manta action figure, Medicom toy, and DC. And then here is the bottom of the box with the barcode, blah, blah, blah. So nobody cares about. There is the top of the box, the one side, the other side, cool image of the figure. And then the back just has a couple cool poses you can get the figure into, along with most of his accessories. But anyway, that is the packaging. Let's get this figure to take a closer look at this dope-looking Black Manta figure, and I hope the figure is as awesome as it looks, because it was a pretty cool character in the movie, so he deserves a badass figure. Alrighty, taking a closer detailed look at Black Manta here, and this is definitely the best part to the figure. The detail was beautifully done on the figure here, man. Even though it's just black with a little bit of red, the figure pops because of the eyes, man. That looks so dope, and the sculpt detail just throughout the entire figure, very well done, man. I think Black Manta is a dope looking character. I dig the character design, just pretty damn cool looking, man. I did run into a few issues. One issue is this part of his jetpack became unglued, so I gotta glue that on. Another big issue, I had another break on the wrist joint, man. So my Miles Morales had that issue, and now Black Manta. And the crazy thing is, all I did was just try to swivel it, and it just snapped right off, man. So you can see here is the broken peg. So it just snapped right off, and it's like, come on, man. So what I had to do, I was able to fix it in a way I used, because I have two Miles Morales figures since the one broke, so I ended up just getting another one. The one that broke, I took his ankle joint and I'm using it as Black Manta's wrist joint. It works fine, so I was able to fix that, but that's not good, man. The wrist joints should not be breaking so easily. I'm always nervous swapping the hands on my MAFEX figures, so just be cautious with the joints on this guy, the wrist joints mainly. But like I said, man, the detail was handled incredibly well. There's not much paint on the figure. I love the eyes. That's my favorite part to this figure. It is like a translucent plastic, and it just really makes the figure pop, man. And the helmet looks great. The sculpt detail turned out awesome on it. Really dope looking, man. What a cool looking figure. The jetpack looks sick too. These pieces, the red pieces, are also a translucent plastic. Dig the way that looks. Get a little more red over here and around these tubings. The tubings are pretty cool. They are a softer rubbery type plastic, as you can see there. This one can unpeg on his arm, but if it does that, just peg it right back in there. And then the torso looks pretty good too. Nice sculpt detail on there, and then very clean paintwork on the red there. And then the arms look pretty good too. I like how we have the hinge on the shoulders for these shoulder pad pieces, or the armor on the shoulder. The sculpt of that looks pretty good. Over here we have this piece that can be swapped out with the sword, and then we do have the, I don't think it's a grapple hook, a harpoon or something maybe, in the right forearm there. And then the crotch piece is a softer rubbery type plastic, and it is a separate piece as well. There goes that damn jetpack part again, damn it! And then the legs here, nice sculpt detail throughout them, as you can see. And certain parts, not many, it kind of looks like some of it's like a little more of a glossier black, while the rest of his suit is like a matte black. See back there, we get the jet boosters on the back, and the red paint's pretty clean on that as well. And the sculpt looks pretty good, and then the feet, not too much going on there, but they look fine. And then the bottom of them, we do get some very nice sculpted treads. So overall, the detail, definitely best part to the figure. I do have a couple issues, and there is another issue or two, which I will get into in a little bit. But the wrist joint breaking, not cool, man. Really not happy about that at all. This ungluing is annoying, but I just got to glue it back on, so it's not that big of a deal. So overall, man, detail really, really well done on this Black Manta, and really can't be any more happy with how the paint and sculpt turned out. But anyway, let's continue on. Moving on to the accessories, Black Manta isn't included with a whole ton of stuff. Would have been cool to get an unmasked head sculpt, but we do still get a decent amount of things. So what we do get first and foremost, we do get the MAFEX stand here. We have the base, arm, and clamp, of course. So we do get that, and then we do get some jet booster effects. So we do get the jet booster effects. So we do have the ones that are for his back here, and these look pretty good. They are a nice orange translucent plastic, and they added a little bit of white paint on there. So we do have the larger ones, then we do have the smaller ones, which are meant for the back of the legs there, and pretty much same thing, just a little bit smaller. And the way you get them on is very simple. So on the back of the legs, I believe the smaller ones go in there like that, and then the larger ones go on the backpack piece here. And there you go, as simple as that. Once you have them all on, they do look pretty dope, man. So we do get the jet booster effects, and then we also get a knife, a sword, the arm sword, and then we do get the spear that shoots out of the gauntlet there. So we do get the sword and the knife here, and the knife looks pretty good, pretty basic looking knife there. The paint's nice and clean all throughout it, where there is paint on the gold and silver there. We do get that, and we do get his sword here. This is probably my favorite accessory. I like how they added the silver on the edge of the blade throughout the sword there, and then the red paint's pretty clean, cross guard looks good, and the handle and everything. So we do get that, and then we do get the gauntlet sword, and then we do get the spear or whatever that shoots out the other gauntlet, and this looks fine. They're easy to swap out as well, and then there's the all black sword, which looks pretty dope. And the way you swap these is very simple. So for the left arm, that is for the sword. That just unpegs. Then you take the sword here and peg that on like so, and then there you go. Very simple to do that. Then for the spear piece, that's just pegged on as well. You just unpeg that piece, and then take this one and peg that on. And then there you go. As simple as that to get those accessories on. So we do get that stuff, and then we finally get 8 alternate hands. And starting on the top right here, we do get a pair of fists, of course, which do come on the figure out of the packaging. Then we do get a pair of gripping hands, which is meant for the sword and the knife. Then we do get a pair of like open resting type hands. These are probably my favorite out of all of them. Then we do get some open splayed out type hands, and we get some great sculpt detail throughout all 8 hands. And I believe on the top of the hands they added like a glossy black paint like on the knuckles and stuff, which looks really good, and I dig the way the gloves look on the top of the hand there. And the hands are pretty simple to swap out. It's just you have to be cautious because these wrist joints are super fragile, man. My left wrist joint did break on my figure. I was able to use a joint from another figure to fix it, but still, that should not be happening so easily with figures that cost $65 to like $90 MAFEX. So they really need to strengthen their wrist joints. This was always a big issue I've always had with them in the past, and it's coming back again. And I know from years ago these wrist joints can be fragile, and I'm always more cautious with MAFEX's wrist joints now. It's just crazy how this one broke with me barely even touching it. And like I said, or like what Daredevil 19 says, that is not a good thing because you don't want to risk breaking a wrist joint on your new MAFEX Black Manta figure. But anyway, that is all the accessories included with Black Manta. Let's keep moving on with the rest of the review, shall we? Now for the height of Black Manta to the very top of his helmet. Looks like he's just shy of 6.5 inches tall. And then here he is compared to some other Medicom toy figures like himself. So we do have the Justice League Superman, the Aquaman movie Aquaman, the comic version Batman Hush Superman, and the comic version black and gray Batman Hush Batman. And I think Black Manta's scaling is pretty good with the Aquaman movie Aquaman here. And then here he is compared to the SH Figuarts Suicide Squad Harley Quinn, the MAFEX The Dark Knight Rises Bane, the Revoltech Amazing Yamaguchi Harley Quinn, and the Storm Collectibles Injustice Doomsday. And then here he is compared to the Storm Collectibles Sector, the Marvel Legends Retro Series Deadpool, the MAFEX Justice League Batman, and the Figma Black Swordsman Guts. And then here he is compared to the ESH Figure Arts Awakened Warrior Super Saiyan Goku and the Mezco 112 Deadpool. Anyway, there's some quick comparisons. Let's keep moving on with the rest of the review. So now for the articulation, and Black Manta has good movement in certain spots, but there is a couple points, especially one point of articulation I hate on this figure that is horrendous, man. So we do get the 2 joints at the neck here, so with both joints, Black Manta can look up pretty good. So nice movement there. And then looking down, he looks down pretty good also. I keep hiccuping. And then we do get pivot at both joints, as you can see there. But it does get hindered a bit because of the way the helmet is sculpted and these like strap pieces going over his shoulders. As well, then, damn that jetpack piece. I'll just leave it off. Then we do get swivel at both joints as well. Then we do get a point of articulation at the torso and the waist. And with both those joints, Black Manta really does not go forward at all. That is pretty damn disappointing, man. Doesn't really go back too much either. So pretty bad forward and back movement with both the torso and the waist. The pivot, not too bad. Definitely better than the forward and back movement. Then you do get a little bit of swivel at the torso. You get much better swivel at the waist there. Now for the arms here, the shoulder pad pieces are on a hinge, which are connected to the arms. So I do like that they are doing that more often instead of connecting it to the body there. And then at the shoulders, we do get a very nice circular motion out of that shoulder joint there, and it's like the arm can move in and out just a tiny bit, as you can see right there. And then the arms do go out to the sides about 90 degrees, so that's fine. They do go up and down. We do have true bicep swivel, double jointed elbows that bend in pretty much all the way, and then we do get a swivel at the forearm there, and then we do get the ball hinge on the wrist, so that does swivel and hinges back and forth there. Now for the legs, this is where the articulation turns into trash, man. These leg joints are terrible. They are so bad. I don't know what the hell MAFEX was thinking with the leg joints here. I'm just baffled and confused at these joints. They're just horrible. So he does kick forward really well, so that is definitely cool. Okay, and then going back, pretty much goes back all the way. Now let's see if he can Van Damme it. Nope, you can't even really move them out to the sides at all. I don't know what the hell's going on here and why they did that. That's so bad, man. I mean, at least they go in all the way. But they don't even go out at all. Like, come on, MAFEX, you can't do that with a highly articulated figure, man. Oh, man, that's bad. That is a bad way to give a figure leg articulation. So definitely not happy about that at all. We do get a very nice hip swivel, though. And then we do have double jointed knees that bend back pretty much all the way. So that's definitely cool. The ankles do swivel. Hinge up pretty good. Hinge down decently, and then we do get a very nice ankle pivot, and then of course a toe hinge. Another thing is I have some loose joints, man. The knee joint is really loose and the legs are loose as well, so and the ankles also have some looseness to it as well. So really not happy with how the joints and articulation turned out on this figure. We already know I do not like how the legs can't go out to the sides at all, and then the torso and the waist joint isn't really that good either, and then having that looseness does not help at all. Also, he can be a little back heavy because of the jetpack. You just got to balance him out properly and it won't be an issue. But this Black Manta, even though some points of articulation are horrible, you could still get him in some okay Black Manta-y like poses, and I'm about to show you some of those poses right about now. But anyway, that is my review of the MAFEX Aquaman movie, Black Manta. Hope you enjoyed it. If I had to rate this figure with detail, I'd definitely have to give it an even 9. Articulation, I'd give it a 6.5. Accessories, I'd give it a 7.5, and then the overall quality, I'd have to give it a 5.5. If you would like to know the price and where to buy this figure, I did have mine imported from Japan from Ami, but you can check with Agelessgeeks. He did just get this in stock. And don't forget, when you check out, use code name Daredevil, and you will get yourself a bit of a discount. If you can't find something on their website, I do highly recommend going through their Instagram or their Facebook page. I will put more information in the description below. And if you would like to support the channel, don't forget to subscribe and click on that notification bell. And if you liked it, feel free to give it a thumbs up. If you didn't like it, oh well, I guess you didn't like it, but thanks for watching. I will see you later. So as all of you can see out there, we do get the same style box that the MAFEX Justice League Superman, the MAFEX, and it does the action figure. We do get a cool image of Black Manta. On the bottom says Aquaman. Hey everyone, look, it's Aquaman.